Why the hell? Why do you move all this stuff up here? This room sucks. Background's boring. No cool lights. Well, if you think the Rager is going to sit in some rickety old kitchen chair, you got another thing coming. We're bringing up the good chair. All right? And another thing, noon on a Saturday, the Rager had his schedule wide open for Tuesday. All right? He was ready for Tuesday. He had transcendental meditation scheduled for this morning. It's a $1,000 fee per class, non-refundable. And he's sitting here, so you're welcome. You're welcome. Are we live right now? Are we live right now? It's the problem. You guys don't tell the Rager what's going on. You leave him in the dark. You make him look a fool. You know how long it took the Rager to cultivate this kind of aura? You're reducing his aura. How we do it, Rager Nation. So great to be back and so nice to see you here in 25CW, the only virtual wrestling league. The only. The lights all messed up. What is going on in here? That's better. So great to see you. Wow, what do we got starting off here? Is the Rager a little late? The Rager's never late. The Rager arrives exactly when he's meant to. At 12 o'clock on a Saturday. We're getting things kicked off here today. Looks like Psycho Sally and Fannie Mae Lee Fan, who's wearing a very interesting new attire. The Rager's never seen Fannie wear those colors before. The Rager sees something way more interesting, way more appealing, and it wasn't that standing shooting star. It is that this is indeed the first ever sponsored 25CW stream brought to you by GRIME, the Rager's own personal chest hair supplement. Cheers. Oh! Right there in the middle of the ring, the Rager and GRIME is so honored to be the first ever brand. Wow! What a double foot stomp by Psycho Sally. The first ever brand to sponsor the only virtual wrestling league. We're the first ones to ever get our logo printed right there in the middle of the sacred mat. And the Rager is so fired up about this product. This is a prototype. We still don't have the labels printed yet, but the commercial went out today. So do watch that for more info on how you can order your first case of GRIME chest hair supplement. Brought to you by the Rager and 25CW. Big dodge there by Fannie Fan, who, since shaking hands with the Rager last time, has been all up in Big Daddy Rick's DMs. She's been sending him postcards. She's been sending him weird bits and pieces in the mail. He's not sure what to do with them. He's told his agent to please do a better job processing his mail. This chick has some sort of illusion or misunderstanding about the relationship that she and the Rager have after she answered the Rager trials. Last time, another huge springboard stomp, and the Rager, quite frankly, not happy to see what's transpired here. She appears to have attempted to raid the Rager's closet, or his trash, rather. Rager's pretty sure he threw out a pair of identical boots just the other day, and now it seems Fannie Fan's wearing them. Wow! Big standing Spanish fly from Psycho Sally. Hooks the leg in the middle of the ring. Has she defeated Fannie? Yes, she has. What a shame for Fannie. You can try to imitate one of the greats, but until you can get it done in the squared circle, you are merely that, an imitation. Big win for Psycho Sally after she was taken out by Josie Jane last time here on 25CW. Well, the Fannie Fan, the Rager was moving in his special commentator's chair into this room because for some reason everything is in disarray. None of this stuff is where it usually is last time the Rager checked. So he has spent all this time personally, sorry, I'm not supposed to complain, personally wheeling this chair up here. And now he's all winded. Oh, and but did he see that Fannie Fan hit Psycho Sally with a right hook at the start there? That's all right, Rager. Now look, Rager mixed it up in there with Fannie Fan last time, and he saw some potential. But the whole handshake thing I thought was a little silly, a little ridiculous. Rager didn't work that way. Never worked for him. I saw Fannie Fan try to pull the same move just now, but I think she hit Psycho Sally with a right hook. Now that's That's something the Rager likes to see. Follow that pet. You don't gotta dress like the Rager. Quite frankly, don't try. But if you want chest hair like the Rager, do down some Grime chest hair supplement. Tough break for Fanny Fan. Maybe next time. You can never be a second original. The Rager is one of one. And Psycho Sally did get a big win there. Tough break for Fanny. He's got great taste and pro wrestlers and commentary personalities, but needs to still learn a thing or two before she gets her first win here at 25CW. Wow. What a match. Rager's so sorry to have missed like half of it, wheeling this chair in here. Rickety old chair. Every time you shift in, it's got... Who would stream like that? You'd think if you had your stuff up here for days, if not weeks at this point, you probably would have just moved the big chair up here. I don't know why the Rager has to do it himself. What the fuck is this? Heavyweight tag champ. Those are the tag champions. Was that a Sasquatch? Ranger knows it's been a while, but what do you tell us how the tag champions? Jody Garcia and Trey Shaw are the tag champions. Why are you playing with a Rager like this? Who are these guys? What is this match? The Blue Collar Brawlers, Tim Burr and John Fish Herman. That one's a pretty long walk, or a pretty deep dive, potentially. I mean, this is. You think the Rager's this good? He could just make shit up about. This wasn't on the itinerary. What? Cancel on Tuesday, show up on Saturday, and they got new matches with new wrestlers. Rager doesn't know. Tim Burr and John Fish Herman evidently make up the Blue Collar Brawlers. Heroes, I'm sure most of you schmucks can really get into. Okay, no, this is where he's really getting lost. That said tag team champions. What is this? The Rager knows who the tag team champions are, right? He was sat here and he watched them defend the titles last time. Who is this? Oh, it's a Sting! We got Sting! How did Sting? How did we get Sting? And who's that? That's a whole damn sense. The Krypton Crow Boys! What a cool name. That doesn't feel derivative of anything at all. What are those titles? The 25CW Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. The Rager is supposed to go with this. Of course, Sting and Bigfoot. I mean, the most logical duo pairing in tag team wrestling. I mean, what an honor to have them, right? Now, Bigfoot looks like that's a man who knows a lot about the value of good chest hair. Although, kind of a smooth patch up top, in the middle. If you need help filling that in, Bubba, get yourself a bottle of Grime Chest Hair Supplement, official sponsor of 25CW. I mean, look, we got Sting. The Rager's not really comprehending how this is possible. Somehow more freaked out by Sting's appearance here in 25CW than the literal Sasquatch. But what is that title? 25CW Heavyweight Tag Champions. Is that different? Did we start another tag division? Because Jody and Trent, they're the World Tag Champions, right? Wow. What a joy. Another championship match tonight. Today. That's what she called them.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 440 pounds.
Rager's expected to put up with a lot. Tim Burr. What did she say? Is she okay? Get her some water. John Fish Herman and Tim Burr. All right. The Rangers. Wow, of course, everybody knows the 25CW Heavyweight Tag Champions. It's apparently, we just got so much tag team talent in this league, in this promotion. When you're the only virtual wrestling league, you inevitably are going to acquire and accumulate. That's what it's all about. The heavyweight tag titles, naturally. You're going to acquire and accumulate a lot of talent. And, you want to utilize that talent on each show as best you can. We only get to do this once in a while. Ring the dang bell. Here we go. Oh, Tim Burr with a right hook sends the icon Sting to the mat. I mean, Sting is no spring chicken or spring crow. If you look, that is a bit of a silver fox here, silver scorpion. I wonder what if Sting had some of this, would he be growing silver chest hair, or would it come in thick and dark? We should experiment with certain properties and chemicals and see what we're able to do. Imagine if you could have a different colored chest hair. Naturally, you don't have to dye it; just grows in that way. Rager looks forward to his silver years, by the way. That's going to be a very distinguished era for the Rager. Big double team for the blue-collar brawlers. One born from the trees, the other from the seas. And this one is Fish Herman with a huge body slam to Sting. What an opportunity for these guys. I mean, they've been living paycheck to paycheck, and now they're here. Oh! In the only virtual wrestling league to challenge for the heavyweight tag team championships. This is great news for everybody involved. Everybody wins here, right? Big double team slams Fish on his back into the Bigfoot suplex. Wow. It's a hell of a thing to just show up in somebody's promotion and have your own championships. That's very nice. Fish trying to steal it, but Bigfoot kicks out. And that's just Bigfoot? It's not Lady Bigfoot? Don't mention Lady Bigfoot. Fuck me, don't mention Lady Bigfoot. You got literally just got new people spawning in the midst of the show, and you don't want me to. You think I'm messing shit up? Okay. Sorry, Rager's a little hot. Rager's a little roasted today. Saturday's a day off. Most days are a day off when you're the Rager. When you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life, Daddy. And the Rager only exclusively does things he loves to do. Rager doesn't even do things that he likes to do. All right, that's a waste of the Rager's very precious time. The Rager was dead for 1 year and then forcibly confined behind a luchador mask to live out a lie for another year. All right, when you come off an experience like that, everybody knows you don't waste time. You just exclusively live the shit out of what you got, because you don't know when your best friend might try to kill you and conceal you behind a luchador mask for a year. You just don't know when that'll happen. All right. A lot of true crime documentaries out there these days. Put one on, you'll hear a lot of stories similar to Ragers. Here's a story you don't hear often. Sting, Bigfoot, defending the heavyweight tag championships. This time against Tim Burr, and that is a strong, burly man, if you don't mind the Ragers saying. Ragers got a feeling Tim Burr has got a thick mane under those overalls. If we pulled back the curtain. One, Rangers got a feeling Tim Burr would be very interested. Ooh, as is Fish Herman. Really impressive shape up there. Sting beats down Tim, tags in Bigfoot. I think this is just great news, because the Rager knew, of course, later today we were going to have Jody Garcia and Trent Shaw of the Five defend the 2-5 CW World Tag Team Championships against Beth Spartan and Sammy George. Bigfoot goes for the pin, and the Rager thought, that's the only Tag Team Championship match we were going to get today. And, we all love watching Tag Team Championship matches. The Rager knows. The Rager has seen so many virtual wrestling fans say, we love watching virtual championship, Tag Team Championship matches. Wow, Bigfoot with a huge elbow off the top. Look at them big gray boots. Fish Herman's got big gray boots. It's tough out there on the water. Catching crabs. Look, the Ranger knows all about catching crabs. You can do it from home, Daddy. You can do it from home. But, if you're going to, I would wait, personally, to get grime until after you're done catching crabs, because that could be a problem. That could get very messy. Bigfoot locks up with Timber. And what's so great and exciting about this and logical about this is the Ranger doesn't have any pre-existing knowledge of these teams or history of these competitors at all. So, you know, whoa, with the big stinger splash, but Timber scouted it and got out of the way. Amazing. Ranger has no idea what's going to happen here. He has no idea who's the better ranked team, who's more impressive. Admittedly, he's feeling a little more confident. This is a great camera angle, by the way. The Ranger loves the cameras over here because we can really get in tight. This is another great time to remind you. GRIME is a chest hair supplement, not a back hair supplement. It specifically targets the follicles in your chest up top where you store the taco meat. What the hell's going on in there? It's not going to make your hair grow in on your back unless, if that's what you want, we can maybe work on a different recipe. What's going on in here? Big mess. Sting was doing the whole King Kong thing, which I don't know. Ranger's not sure. Maybe that's a little offensive considering your tag partner is the literal Sasquatch. But maybe he got the pass. Maybe he got the pass to do this thing. Far be it from the Ranger to understand the rules of Sasquatch culture. Throws fish to the corner. I can tell you that that's going to be smiled upon in Sasquatch culture, especially this. Look out below! Ah! What a crazy flying shoulder tackle from Bigfoot, one half of the heavyweight tag champions. Oh, bow at the Dominator! Hooks the leg. I think the champs just retained. Oh, Fish Herman! Fish Herman got the shoulder up. He may be flopping like a fish out of water, but there's still a little life left in those gills, daddy. How do we feel? The Ranger is up. You know, the Ranger was looking forward to diving deep and doing a little meditation this early afternoon, but he's here. He's awake. He's ready to call the action. He's ready to watch the show. And, you know, oh, big boot. Nice big boot. Don't let Fish tag out. Oh, you guess you could have, because there's Tim. There's Tim, you know. He's supposed to stay on the apron. Ranger thought that already happened. No, it hadn't. You know, Ranger was hearing all sorts of weird complaints and unfair criticisms of his energy, of his emotional condition at the first 2-5CW stream. Spinebuster! Yeah! Howl at the moon, daddy. That's what it's all about. But now he tagged in, so. Look, I'm a fucking idiot. What do you want? I mean, that's just so unfair. The Ranger, as we've discussed in detail now, has been through all sorts of trauma and turmoil. And was going through some stuff, unpacking some stuff at the last 2-5CW, alright? It ain't always easy being the best 4-1 player in the game, alright? It was, the Ranger was a little nervous beneath the lights, alright? He hadn't been there in a long time. He used to live there, been a long time. And he was just working through some things. We almost had new 2-5CW heavyweight tag team champions. There's so many heavyweight tag teams in the back. I want to shot those titles. But the Rangers recovered, all right? He's over it. He's through it. He's better than ever. He's not thrilled to be calling this match in this sort of makeshift dining room studio. I don't know what that... But Ranger doesn't know what's going on when he's not here. Fish hooks the leg. New champs! Sting gets the shoulder up. What a shame would it be for Sting and Bigfoot to show up here as the heavyweight tag champions. We never seen them in this ring before. We never seen them defend the titles. They just apparently have the titles, and then they lost the titles the first time. What a travesty that would be. Big backdrop from Tim and Fish. We got Suge Knight 1323 in the chat with the triple R, and the Ranger knows that's right. The Ranger is happy to see somebody properly acknowledged, coming in here with the right amount of respect, with the right amount of moxie, with the right amount of spunk. Suge Knight 1323. How we doing? Welcome to 2-5CW, the only virtual wrestling league, the only one. So if you heard or saw something different elsewhere, just know that shit was fake news. It was AI. This is the real deal, daddy. It's the only one on this channel, on any channel. We're coming for everybody. We don't care who you are, who you sign, what sort of bingo halls you set up in. It ain't ever going to compare to the one and only, sponsored by GRIME Chest Hair Supplement. Ah, yeah, that's so good. It tastes so good. That's the thing. Not only is it going to stimulate chest hair growth, it just tastes so good. You can just drink it as a treat. FDA not approved yet, but it's fine. It's fine. The FDA is not even, I mean, can you even trust the FDA? The FDA is not even capable of stopping produce from giving you explosive volcanic diarrhea, which is something this will not give you. All right, the Ranger's been drinking this for days. No diarrhea. Matter of fact, Ranger's a little backed up. Hooks a leg. Fish Herman comes in, breaks it up. Ranger and Suge Knight go way back. Those California cab rides to freak parties that, well, you're not allowed to talk about those kinds of things anymore, are you? The culture's changed with the Rager. Last road around. Bigfoot up top once more. 2-5 watching from up above. Huge Sasquatch splash. And that's a heavyweight tag champion. Emphasis on the heavy. Count to 302, because that is still the 2-5 CW heavyweight tag team champions. What a shame for Tim Burr and Fish Herman, the Blue Collar Brawlers. And still, Daddy, those titles that we definitely have. Wow. What an incredible title defense. First one. Ranger has no, baby. They are just showed up with these belts. And we let them in here. And they had a match that nobody told the Ranger about. Sting and Bigfoot are still the 2-5 CW heavyweight tag champions. We have so many great tag teams that we now have 2 tag divisions. And it's 4 stars amazing. And the Rangers inclined to agree. You know, how you can't complain. It sucks when your itinerary is apparently outdated and nobody gives you accurate show notes or lets you know that we've hired 2 new tag teams. But when you see a match like that, it's real easy to get over. Sponsored by Grime Chest Hair Supplement. What's next? Truly, what's next? I mean, who knows, right? Life is full of curveballs. Come on now. All right, this is more like it. Now, this is a match the Ranger was prepared to talk about today, and he can't wait to watch this one. And I'm sure that the Ranger sure the same is true for all of you at home. Starting off this incredible weekend. That's the benefit. You know, the Ranger has to concede. What a great way to start your weekend, right? You're a couple of blue-collar brawlers, right? Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. You've earned the opportunity to put your feet up, to take your pants off. And now you get to start the day with the only virtual wrestling league in the world. Right here to entertain you. And we get to watch the second ever D-Master Championship match. The Ranger's excited to see how this one plays out. Asuka making her 2-5 CW debut here today. One of the most impressive talents in this league, in this industry. And she's never looked better, quite frankly, than she does right here, right now, competing out of the D-Master division. Other parts of the world, other dimensions, other timelines, Asuka might be looking at dialing it down. Winding down at the end of a long career. But the beautiful thing at 2-5 CW is it never stops. It never stops. No one ever has to quit. We live eternally glory. She looks amazing. And she gets a challenge for a we just got started, and we're on championship match number 2. I mean, that's how you do a great wrestling show, right? As many championship matches as you possibly can. Why even have non-championship matches? You want to make a match matter? It's for a championship. Maybe we could do a Grime-themed championship. Somebody should write that down. What if Grime didn't just sponsor... And the Ranger, sorry, it's not exactly ideal to be talking about this on mic, but you know what? You like to throw Ranger in strange situations. Here we go, Demastered. Charlotte Flair's first entrance as the Demastered champion. Look at that belt. Incredible belt. And it looks incredible on the Demastered Queen. The Queen of DM. That'll be used for all the DMs, Fanny Melee fans sending the Rager every day. He does not respond to any of them. And the Rager thought about blocking Fanny, but then it's kind of weird because she'll know She'll see he blocked, and then like the blocking of itself will be a response. It'll be an acknowledgement that he saw the messages, which is only going to encourage them further. And if she can't send the DMs, what else may she do to try to get the Ragers' attention? You know, it's better to perhaps keep it contained as DMs. The Rager's kind of a nomad. He doesn't really have one place in particular he stays, but this chick is very resourceful. She's paying all the right websites. You can hear the 25CW minions chanting for Asuka. They love Asuka. They're pulling for her today. But as I was saying, an official GRIME championship, and it could be a division of competitors all with gnarly chest hair. Or maybe getting the title gives them that chest hair. We could like coat the title in grime, right? Just thoughts. Make sure you write these down, okay? I would hate for this to be forgotten the next time we do this. However long that takes. It took you goddamn forever to get this together again. Supposed to do it on Tuesday. It's Saturday. The Rangers sitting here. And the Ranger heard there was some Poindexter who wanted to play Resident Evil games today. And is like waiting in the wings to try to do so once the Rager's done. But don't know what to tell you. Don't want to tell you. The people obviously would rather watch this. Asuka taking Charlotte down. Now, Charlotte Flair won the Master Championship last time 25CW was live. She went one-on-one with then 25CW D-Master Champion Roman Reigns. And the Rager... that the Rager is an equal opportunity commentator, okay? He doesn't come in here with bias, all right? He's not coming in here rude for anybody except for yours truly. Can't wait to see who challenges the Rager in the Rager Trials later today. I mean, you gotta stick around. The Rager's wrestling today. Against who? Truly against who? It could be anybody. Anybody could show up at this point. The Rager's not sure that anybody could show up at this point that would surprise him in the Rager Trials, so he's ready for anything. But Charlotte Flair was going against Roman Reigns, who the Rangers only ever known to be an extraordinary wrestling champion. The acronyms change, the belts change, but everywhere Roman Reigns goes, he accomplishes incredible things. And, of course, one could only assume the same would be true in 25CW. What better place to accomplish extraordinary things but in the only virtual wrestling? I mean, if you're going to do it anywhere, it's got to be here. Wherever you did it last, not really of consequence or importance anymore. You got to do it here. And he did show up as the inaugural, the original D-Master Champion. And Rager, quite frankly, thought he was going to be keeping that title. Rager thought he was going to keep that title forever. Just like the Five. And he's not in the Five, but the Five have also proved unbeatable. It's kind of our thing. Who can beat the Five? Maybe you heard of it. Oh, we're doing a do-si-do. The Rager kind of assumed the same would just be true for Roman. Nothing short of the Rager being demastered himself and challenging for that title was going to stop Roman. But the Rager was wrong. The Rager can admit when he's wrong. It's rare, but he will admit when it happens. And Charlotte Flair did have the Tribal Chief's number. The Tribal Queef's number. Fuck him. He lost. And now Charlotte Flair's the Master Champion. And someone called an upset. The Rager felt it was an upset. He's not upset, but he felt it was an upset. And so now we're going to see what kind of champ Charlotte is. She came in, won the title first try. First try, and now she's locking it up with Asuka, who would love to instead become the Master Champion herself. And it is nice. Look, it's tough to win a title in this league. This was the only title change that happened last time. The Five, of course, all retained all their titles. Elite Rhea Ripley, who we're going to see in action later today as well, against Elite Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus, that's a competitor that Suge Knight knows a thing or two about. The Rager thinks. Don't talk about that. Sorry. Don't make references to previously existing virtual wrestling leagues. We'll just pretend that there ever has been another one at any point in human history, apparently. I'll tell you, there's not any others in human history right now. In human present. Boom! What a huge drop kick by Asuka to the Master Champion. Getting a little confused in there. Maybe Asuka is feeling a little nervous under the lights. It's been a while for her as well. The Rager understands. The Rager understands you've been through a lot. You lost a couple polygons. You look great, sister. You got nothing to be nervous about except Charlotte Flair smacking the shit out your chest out there. And that is what's happening. Nice leg sweep to the middle of the ring, and you can't let demastered Charlotte. I mean, you know that's so great about these competitors too is you do shave off the extra details and polygons. Ooh, big slap, natural selection. You just cut all the fluff, and you leave the real competitor underneath. Two, Asuka just barely kicks out after that huge finishing move from the demastered champion. Whoa, what a good spinning elbow though. Asuka will have to turn it around in a big bad way. Oh. Oh, what a kick to the jaw of Charlotte. Is Asuka, the new 25CW Demastered Champion. Daddy, no, she just gets it up. She just gets it up. Charlotte Flair just gets it up. That was so close. We are so close to a conclusion here. The Rager is about to conclude, and Asuka's going to try to break Charlotte's arm. The Rager's unsure whether there are even bones in these Demaster competitors anymore. The Rager kind of imagines they're just like solid objects. There's just nothing in there. It's just solid mass. It's very dense, these Demaster competitors. The Rager's not even sure. The Rager would be scared to get Demastered personally, because the Rager's not sure that Demastered competitors could grow hair. The Rager believes their hair follicles have literally been rendered out of existence, and they just sort of have these hair-like static objects on their heads, and they look great. The Rager doesn't mean to talk out of turn about a woman's body like that, but the Rager's not sure if Grime chest hair supplement is Demastered ready. It's definitely not elite ready. Definitely not elite ready. Rager's not sure about that. Rager's not sure how to satiate the darkness inside our elite competitors. Wow! That's a huge goal sign. I believe the Rager believes that is what Charlotte did to defeat Roman last time. She thought wasn't going to be enough against Asuka. Went for perhaps the perfect 8. But wait a minute, Asuka's got Charlotte in the arm lock again. Is Charlotte going to tap? Is Asuka the new Demaster champion? Has she done it? Is Charlotte going to tap? No. Somehow, it wasn't enough, and Asuka's got something else in her pocket. What's it going to be, and is it enough to reach a conclusion here today? Oh, where's she go? Okay, she's going to the top, climb into the top turnbuckle, look out below, with the crossbody, but Charlotte counters it with a big boot. And now it's Charlotte's turn to go up top and capitalize on Asuka's mistake. Could it be what she's thinking? Rager thought maybe she was going for a moonsault, but she's calling Asuka to her feet. Champ goes for a flying crossbody of her own, hooks the leg right on the Grime logo. Come on, that's gotta be it. And it is. Charlotte Flair defends the 25CWD Master Championship. And this is what a champion looks like. She's amazing, beautiful, glorious. We've done away with the unnecessary details and left the raw essentials beneath, and those make up the Demaster Champion, the Demastered Queen, Charlotte Flair, Daddy. Congrats to the Queen. Defeats another one. Who's next? Who could challenge Charlotte Flair for the Demaster Championship next? The Rager will be so excited to see next time. Great showing from Asuka. The Rager's not here to make her feel bad, but maybe it is time to just give it a rest. Rager's not sure. Great match. Congrats to the champ. What's next? Rager Trials time? Maybe the 5? Elite Rhea Ripley? We got so much to look forward to and enjoy tonight. Today at 25CW. Might be tonight in your neck of the woods. It's not here. It's not here, and the Rager doesn't usually go live while the sun's still up. He's a bit of a wolf man. What the fuck is this? Come on. Come on. Now you're just messing with the Rager. What is this? What? I mean, the Rager knows who it is. Why are they here? Respectfully. What's happening right now? Are we okay? Playing clown music. Well, the Rager knows all about these three, alright? Oh my god, it's creepy clown music playing. I don't know, Rager, I don't know if you can hear this. We know all about Cindy Backfire and Lula Tandy, the clown show. And that must indeed be the mysterious circus benefactor, Braden the Dark. Rangers, I was going to say the dark hole. We saw Cindy backfire and Lula Tandy last time, challenge the tag champions. They were extremely unsuccessful. Rangers pretty sure Trent Shaw soloed them to defend the titles. And now they're coming out here in a bit of a fearsome threesome, along with Braden the Dark, who is very spooky, has a very original wardrobe and design. Rangers never seen anybody like that before. And movies, television, video games, comic books, as decals on the side of cars, T-shirts, Funko Pops, ice cream bars. Rangers never seen anybody like this. Wow, what a trio. Drink grime. What is this? Oh, we got a troll in the chat? Go back to whatever hellhole you climbed out of and give Taylor the league back, you damn cop. What league? This is... First of all, Ranger doesn't run this league. And he never had this one. It's the only one to have. What is going on? What is this? What are those titles? A very natural trio of wrestlers that famously all get along and definitely would be on the same team. With championships, the Ranger definitely recognizes the 2-5CW 6-man tag championships. Can you even have 6-man championships in this game? What are you talking about? Great news, Ranger Nation. It appears we're having a third tag team championship match on this show. And even better, the Ranger knows you love watching tag team championship. You're like, who is that? Who's that? Matt in the chat? Matt in the chat, who's only even getting to stay. Matt in the chat. Come on, Thomas. Come on, the Ranger and Matt Thomas go way back, Daddy-o. We're practically family. You gonna come here? You gonna come here and make a fuss? You're gonna cause calamity at the Rangers' behalf? Come on, Thomas. Come on. You got the 2-5CW 6-man tag champions, Triple H, Bret Hart, and Mankind. He liked me dead. The only reason Matt Thomas even gets to skate by and not get banned in the Rangers chat is because he has to hide behind the exact username that the Rangers apparently broadcasting from. And that is a note the Ranger had. He would. Why are we bumming it on this channel still? What is this channel even anymore? Rangers been gone for 2 years and he comes back. We're still doing these WAT games. Why not start our own channel? What about that? What about like GRIME Network? Huh? Stream it on GRIME? Just the thought. The Ranger, you can razz the Ranger all you want, man, Thomas, but the Ranger knows for a fact, he's seen the receipts, that you were asking for him to come back way before it happened. You want to be angry, you take it up with your so-called friend, and be careful, because he may just try to kill you in the ring when you least expect it. He may just try to conceal your entire life and identity behind a cursed luchador mask and tell people you're dead for a year. People like you who asked for the Ranger to come back, to make appearances, to compete in trivia again. Just know he could have made that happen at any time, and he chose not to. Oh my God, somebody was like begging for mercy in the Ranger's ear. Did you hear that? He could have brought me back at any time and chose not to. In spite of all the requests he got. You just wanted the Ranger in trivia, that's it. Exactly. Of course you did, because there's nobody better than the Ranger. The greatest 4-on-1 player of all time. Of course you wanted him back in trivia. Of course you did. And he could have done that. He could have done that. He could have brought him back at any time. The Ranger saw this beautiful, sweet eulogy video you edited. It must have taken you hours. You must have reviewed hundreds of hours of footage to find the best. Put this beautiful piece together. The Ranger's seen it. The Ranger's seen it. And you seem very upset, very sad. You seem very eager to send him off gracefully. And the Ranger heard what the OFB said. The OFB said the Rager was dead, he's burning in hell, and he was happy that it happened. They were putting the robe up in the rafters. Well, where's the robe now, bitches? The robe is right here where it's always belonged. The Rager's back, and he's never going away. Still wearing the robe that I gave to Taylor. Wait, what do you mean? Why would you get Taylor a robe? He doesn't even wear robes. This is a gift to the Rager. The Rager remembers you're one of the Rager's greatest fans. Don't play fair weather now, okay? You want to talk about things that the Rager stole from Taylor? As much as, you know, stay put. You want to see something the Rager stole from Taylor? Rager's got something for you. Watch this incredible 2-5 CW 6-man tag match. Okay, while the Rager goes and retrieves something. Mankind, Triple H, and Bret Hart, of course, as you know, are the 6-man tag champions. A very real division. We have 3 tag divisions now in 2-5 CW. And they're defending against Braid of the Dark, Lula Tandy, and Cindy Backshots at the Clown Show. Rager will be right back. Rager will be right back. Oh, what he did with his robes is his business? Let me show you something. Let the Rager show you something. He'll be right back. He'll be right back. I'll show you what the Rager stole. You know, since anybody can just come in here today with their titles, why doesn't the Rager show you this one? Something he found while he was raiding the OFB's closet. What's that say? The Undisputed Really Trivia Showdown Championship, Matt. This one meant a lot to you, didn't it? You fought hard to keep it. And somehow it's wound up on Big Ricky's shoulders after all these years. How's that feel? You wanted to see the Rager in trivia? This is what it would look like right here. This was destiny right here. How about that? You like seeing that on the Rager's shoulder? Does that make you feel something? You know, it's been a while since the Rager had the privilege to hold one of these. Not since he held the tag titles with Ultimate Warrior as El Regular. Remember that? Even in the Rager's darkest, worst moments, somehow he was still a champion. Don't talk about that? Sorry. You lost this in the movie. He stole this from you? He stole this from you. Rager's convinced. Rager believes every word. But, finders keepers, losers weepers. And the Rager's finally holding a title that he was always meant to hold. Until he got called up to the big leagues. And if the big leagues could have just lasted long enough for his charted greatness to span out, to play out, Rager would have been a champion there too. You think the Rager stole it from you when you were moving? Rager doesn't want to touch your things, Matt Thomas. Absolutely not. Rager spends enough time getting clean, alright? Do not touch your filthy things. In fact, the Rager might need to get this dry cleaned. Still smells kind of weird, but the Rager will keep it here. Why not? Maybe next time Rager should come up for the Rager trials. He'll hold this. What do you think? This is great. This is great. The Rager can't believe he didn't think to just bring this down here in the first place. But he's so glad you could be here. By the way, Thomas, do be sure to send the Rager a little message. If you want to get your own bottle, Rager will hook you up with a prototype. This isn't even on the shelf yet. GRIME chest hair supplement. How's this match been? Probably really good. Big double team, Braid in the Dark. Rager's got a feeling a lot of people are going to want to be Braid in the Dark for Halloween this year. Look, all you gonna be Freaky Nikki. Shout out to Freaky Nikki, by the way. That's Rager's kind of woman out there. All you want to be Freaky Nikki for Halloween, consider Braid in the Dark, a very original costume that you could be the belle of the ball wearing that one. Lifting the Hitman over his head. Plenty of chest hair. Man, Thomas says he's got plenty of chest hair. Plenty of chest hair! Huh. Listen, you can never have enough. You can never have too much. What's to say out here? These side plates. We got Real Talk. Spin from the Real. The Rager remembers that show. The Rager was on that show a couple of times. Probably the best episodes of Spin from the Real. Really Scared. That sounds stupid. Saber Reels. This is history right here. They don't make them like this anymore. There's a legacy. All of that. Everything the Rager just read out. And somehow, the greatest accomplishment this channel's ever seen is sitting here, manifest in the flesh, holding this. And that, after all these years, is still Big Ricky Rage, Daddy. Triple H going up top. We love six-man tag matches, don't we? We love to see those on this channel. Triple H always going up top with a huge soaring clothesline to Lula Tandy, Cindy Backfire. The Rager really honestly doesn't know which one is which. Okay. Wow, what a move. Who will leave here as the new 25CW six-man tag champions? Triple H kicks out at one. Mankind, wow, what a move from Mankind. Too bad he's not the legal man. Kind of a waste. You should have hit Triple H with that. What would be excellent is if we could get Triple H. He's very smooth, by the way. Very smooth. He's bearded up here. He's bearded up here. He's got long hair. He's clearly capable of growing some. But he's so smooth from neck down. He's like a bottlenose dolphin. What would be so great is if we could get him to go down with a bottle of Grime chest hair supplement, because he loves to do the whole fountain thing. If we could get him to go down there with this, spits it in the air, it mists down upon his smooth, naked body. And from that blank canvas, over time, sprouts a glorious garden, like the biblical Garden of Eden, of thick, dark chest hair. You look at a guy at Triple H and you go, what else could he do? What could he get? What is he missing? And the Rager thinks he figured it out. Sharpshooter on one of the clowns. The clown's got a tab. Nope. The other clown breaks it up. Just by sort of transitional properties, the Rager supposes he is now the Watt Real Entertainment Really Trivia Showdown champion. And it's a long time coming. It means a lot to the Rager. He's very proud and happy to have been able to have brought this visual to you finally. Because a lot of people think that's ancient history. Rager and the Master had a lot of interesting one-on-ones back in the day. I mean, really as good as he gets, quite frankly, as far as movie trivia is going. And for one reason or another, we just never could make this happen. It just wasn't time. The league wasn't ready for a champion like the Rager to represent it. They hadn't really earned that. So much so the Rager just left. Hold on, Mankind! The Rager said, look, if we're not going to get this league up to snuff to where it has a championship worthy of the Rager, he's going to go bon voyage and find something better. And he did. But now, in the way that, hold on, Braden, and the way that this is the only virtual wrestling league, there is now no movie trivia leagues at all. They're all gone. It's a completely dead art form. So, the Rager's happy to hold this. A memento to what once was and has been deeply lost. A visual he never earned. The Rager doesn't need to earn anything. The Rager deserves this. Okay, the Rager deserves this. If this mattered to you so much, if you were still worthy of this, you would have never let it out of your sight. Woo! This feels good. No wonder everybody wants to come out with a title on this show. Sting and Bigfoot want to just show up with titles. Triple H, Mankind, Bret Hart. Wow, with a big spinning power bomb from Braden to Bret. Going for the pin. New six-man tag champions. No, Bret Hart kicks out. Triple H got a little nervous. Braden's getting real pissy. Braden's getting real pissy. Yeah, the Ranger wouldn't mind coming. It might be a little too late today to pull it off, but the Ranger wouldn't mind coming down to the ring wearing this. That could be a cool visual for next time. Just something to consider. Something to think about, 25CW. Oh, and maybe, to what I was saying earlier, this is really coming together now. Ranger was thinking about, what if we did a special GRIME championship? Because we're sponsoring the ring. What if we sponsored a title? What if we got all these boring, dusty, outdated podcast side plates off, and we put GRIME logos there? Hold on! Oh, Mankind broke it up. Oh, he broke it up. That's too bad. That could be something to see. And again, you know, a sponsor title, it would bring a lot more meaning to this. I mean, it means a lot now that the Ranger's holding it. It means more in this moment than it ever has before. Oh, you want to play Fortnite with your friend, huh? Surprised you got one of those. The Ranger... Seems to be a misunderstanding in chat. The Ranger does not have the Ragent. Remember that? We called him the Ragent. Cute days. Cute era. Doesn't have him locked up anywhere. He is contractually obligated to allow this show to happen. Wow, what a sharpshooter on the outside. She's probably going to tap out. She's tapping out, but it doesn't matter. The decision can't be made on the outside of the ring, Brett. The Ranger thought you would understand that, but now the Ranger don't have him locked up anywhere. As a matter of fact, the Ranger has heard that he... Oh, fuck! The Ranger has heard that he may even try to play Resident Evil 4 after this. The Ranger has heard that. Ranger doesn't care. It doesn't matter to the Ranger at all. He's just saying what he's heard. Point being, he could come up here anytime he wants to play Fortnite with you. The Ranger's not stopping him. Alright? Ranger's not even been here for like a month. Oh! Wow! I mean, by a difference of a fraction of a second, Bret Hart doesn't get back in by the count of 10. He was in the ring. It was like 10. Bret's in the ring. The Clown Show defeats Triple H, Mankind, and Bret Hart by way of a count out, which is a victory for them. But as you know, as all champions know, champion's advantage, the title cannot change hands by way of a count out. So while the Clown Show are victorious here today, they are not the 25CW six-man tag champions. Those were still Triple H, Mankind, and Bret Hart, evidently. Fascinating stuff. Wow. What kind of champion loses a match by way of count out? The Rangers never seen that in 25CW before. It was really embarrassing. No title change, though. No title change then or at any other time. Yeah, Taylor can play video games with whoever he wants, whenever he wants. If he's not doing that, then you might want to talk to him. Sounds like, you know, it's kind of a bad friend, and the Ranger's not really surprised to hear that. Here we go. Now this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Another great champion. Now this is a regularly scheduled championship match. This is the good stuff. It's time to get down to business here. And no holds barred. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. Drake Grime. Mike Robe on the Grime logo. He loves it. He got a 12-pack. Here we go. This could be match of the night content. Match of the day. It's daytime. It's not nighttime. Whoa! Hey, the Ranger wouldn't mind. Ranger wouldn't kick her out of the pod. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. The Ranger spoken for. Donna Matrix emerges unplugged from cyberspace and that tight black leather. Rangers always wanted to try to experiment with that, but it's never had the time. She is here to challenge for the 25CW 2K Championship. She's going to give it a shot on Jay Pierce. Some of the leather comes off. The Rager likes that look. Rager thinks he could wear literally that same ensemble, and the chest hair would be showing out Mad Loco style, daddy. Oh, that's cool. Rager want to do that. You put it like that, over your shoulder, all the way. Look, the Rager's a champion too, right here. There he is, Paragon Jay Pierce, the reigning defending 25CW 2K champion. And there's not, I mean, we have all sorts of world champions. Something to be said about being champion of the greatest game studio in the industry today, 2K, a subsidiary of Take-Two Interactive, which is, of course, it gets better and better. Keep going up, gets better and better. Great decisions. That's so what you lay a couple people off, you know. That's why you got to show up and earn your keep. You got to show up and be the best commentator in virtual wrestling today, or else I might get rid of you. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Rager's never wearing boots, except when he wrestles. And he does pull those straps up. You better pull the straps up, or they're going to put the straps on, Daddy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. That's a cool pose. That's a cool pose. You go, whoa. Just like the Rager, Jay Pierce is a champion of 2K. Incredible belt design. Last time he was in here, put this title on the line against Carolina Reaper, in which Rager thought was maybe the best match of the day. That's why he said this could be a match of the day contender right here. We'll see. Big title defense. Nothing but big title defenses today. Uh-huh.
From Las Vegas, Nevada,
Donna Matrix. What sort of wrestling programs have been uploaded to her cerebral cortex?
235 pounds, the $1 million worldwide super.
Oh my. That's what a champion looks like. That's what a champion looks like. Oh, what was that? He was like, Paragon Jay Pierce. Yeah. That's adorable. Alright, time to put that title on the line, Jay. Donna Matrix has uploaded all sorts of grappling submission programs. Who would you put in there? If you could upload the skill sets of a few wrestlers into one person, who would you pick? The Rager, obviously, would be one of them. Ring the bell. Oh, wow! Whoever it was knows how to do a great running clothesline and compete in a big pair of tall heels. Jay Pierce may have his work cut out for him, competing against another lovely lady who knows how to throw a right hook. Last time it was Carolina Reaper, one of the self-proclaimed spiciest players in the game, second to yours truly, of course. Donna Matrix, a bit of a different style. You saw Trent Shaw, one half of the 25CW World Tag Team Champions, escorting his fellow member of the Five, Jay Pierce, to ringside. The Five are just so united. What a lariat. Holy smokes. And Jay Pierce is staying on her. Donna, stun on the outside with a huge flying right hook from the 2K champion. Who can beat the Five? Will it be Donna Matrix? Imagine if Donna Matrix does it right now. Oh, that's right. This is a no-holds-barred match. Look out. He's got a hockey stick. Jay Pierce. He's got a hockey stick right here. This is our first time. This is the first no-holds-barred match in 25CW history. Once again, Rager was not aware that that's what this match was going to be. Nobody told him. But, you know, that's a happy surprise. Rager's happy to see a little extra flavor on one of these. Now, of course, no holds barred means anything goes, Daddy. That hold right there is especially not barred. And in addition, it is kind of a weird gimmick, right? Like, no holds barred means, you know, there are holds that are typically not considered legal by pro wrestling. Wow, what a dive! Sanctioned rules. Okay, and now you could do them. There's nothing really in that communicates that also you can use a hockey stick. Is battering your opponent with a hockey stick considered a wrestling hold? Not sure. The Rager just works. The Rager just shows up, sits down, entertains the Rager Nation, and evidently isn't called into these meetings where these important decisions are made. It's fine, you know. Rager'd rather not talk to you anyway. Jay Pierce in supreme control of this championship defense match so far. Oh, wait a minute. He's going for... Oh, he's got her in some sort of crossface. Is he going to choke the daylights of Dominatrix out right here, right now? Simple as that. Wow. Wow. Wow, just like that. So easily done. And still, who can beat the 5? Not Donna Matrix. Paragon J. Pierce does it again. Rager's hardly going to call that match of the day. Matter of fact, Ranger thinks lackluster is kind of a rough word to use. Not match of the day candidate, probably. But you just have to value and appreciate the sheer dominance of that championship defense. Jay dominated the entire thing in empirical control, whacked her with a hockey stick, and go for the big submission finish to retain the 2.5 CW 2K Championship. Congrats to Paragon J. Pierce, the reigning defending 2K champion, member of the 5. Wow. Let's keep it rolling, Daddy. What a match. It's good stuff. So proud of him. He works so hard. He cares a lot about this. Like a lot. We could get too much, but Ada Wong. No, of course Ada Wong would be here in 2.5 CW. Of course, a trailblazer like that. There she is! What a huge get for us! That's going to make people really upset, the Ranger thinks. What is Ada Wong going to talk about? Of course she works here. Ada Wong! Welcome to 2.5 CW. Ada Wong's here to say and remind everybody that though she may be injured and out of action for the time being, she plans to come back stronger than ever to help defend the newly won Junior Tag Team Championships alongside China. What the fuck is she talking about? As a history maker, as a trailblazer, as a tag team wrestling icon, she is, of course, the only logical choice to be the first ever Junior Tag Team champions. And once she's healed and recovered, she can't wait to return to this arena in front of this audience to defend the Junior Tag Team Championships. Wow, what a great surprise. Of course, Ada Wong would work here. Of course. An offer she clearly couldn't refuse. As she said, a legendary tag team wrestling champion. And guess what we just learned? We have 4 tag team divisions. We have 4 tag team championships. We have the World Tag Championships, we got the Heavyweight Tag Championships, we got the 6-Man Tag Championships, and now 2.5 CW is proud to announce the 2.5 CW Junior Heavyweight Championships, which of course Ada Wong and China have. And she's getting over injury, but we can't wait to see them return next time to defend those titles. That's going to be something to really look forward to. Right. And this, now of course we have this. The Really Trivia Showdown Championship, soon to be upgraded with some cool Grime logos. What's next? What's next? Now here, the Ranger's very happy to say he was aware of this match, and he's just so much looking forward to it. Ranger ran out of Grime. Somebody can fetch him a new one. Here we go. Here's a big singles contest.
Making her way to the ring from the
good old
Brittany.
Now, Battleship Brittany, Raiders' immediate takeaway looks like somebody who would really have a lot of grievances about the cast list of the new Christopher Nolan film, The Odyssey. Would probably film a few videos, essays about that. But don't let that convince you that she's not a competent competitor in this ring. She is here to make a huge statement and prove herself as a huge competitor in the women's division. But she's got her work cut out for her, because who's coming out to go head-to-head with her? Wow! What's this one's name? Congrejita Loca. La Congregida Loca. The Ranger, remember saying this last time when El Ordinario came out. He doesn't really understand why anybody would choose the Lucha Life. The Lucha Life chose the Ranger, and he made the most of it. Aforementioned former tag team champion alongside the Ultimate Warrior. Sorry, the Ranger knows he's not supposed to talk about that. It's not easy. The Ranger really wouldn't wish it on his worst enemy. To force somebody to wear a mask and take on an identity and let all their loved ones think they're dead. Is there anybody looking for the Congregida Loca under there? Maybe not. The Ranger's also not sure. She could use the Ranger thinks she could use maybe a makeover. All right. If we're going to do it, like, I don't know. She looks kind of like a bug. You know what I mean? It's kind of like this bug thing going on. Maybe that's what it means. Her name's like, she's the crazy bug. Wow, what a kick. Crazy crab. What did that say? Crazy crab? Wait, is she a crab? Have we caught a crab once more? Hold on. What does Congregida be? The Ranger's looking it up. Congregida? What? What does it mean? What does it mean? What's happening? Is it crab? Little female crab. She's a little... She's not a bug, she's a crab. Do be sure those who are partaking in Grime chest hair supplement to steer clear of La Congregida Loca. She may get entangled in your thick chest hair. She's a crazy little crab. On one side, the star of your next Daily Wire feature film. On the other, a crazy little crab. Fighting for not just the future of women's wrestling here at 25CW, but the future of our beautiful culture. Wow. I mean, this is big. Every match counts for so much in 25CW. Wow, here we go. They're fighting back and forth, exchanging blows in the middle of the ring. One win can be all it takes to put you over the top and take you to the big time. Josie Jane beat Psycho Sally in a one-on-one match last time we were here, and that put her in title contention. Josie Jane will be challenging Ava Moreno for the women's world title today. So, Ranger just saying, Ranger doesn't make these decisions, okay? Ranger doesn't decide, clearly doesn't decide who actually competes in this league. He just shows up to call the action, put some flavor on it, put some stank on it. Oh, look out, here comes that little crazy crab lady. Look out, referee. Wow, Hurricane Rana whips Battleship Brittany to the mat. Wow, what a move. Oh, and they love it here. Where we at tonight? Hoboken? They love it. Bunch of toothless bastards. They think it's awesome. Ranger thinks it's pretty awesome, too. This is what it's all about. The winner of this match could very easily go on a challenge the champ next week. Next week? That's probably wishful thinking. Ranger's not confident 25CW is going to be live next week. Not unless some other shallow, redneck, rinky-dink operation pushes us again to try to pretend that there's another virtual wrestling league in the game, because there's not. This is the only one. If everybody behaves, you might get some time off. It might leave you alone. And the Rager doesn't have to cancel his transcendental meditation at noon on Saturdays. The crazy little crab, out on the ropes. If she wins this, she could very easily be the one to challenge Ava Moreno or Josie Jane, whoever the champ is next time. Hooks the leg on Battleship Brittany. 2. Oh, not even the 2. Not even the 2 after all that. Battleship Brittany has still got munitions in the cannons. She looks pretty afraid in there. This crazy crab knows how to pinch. She goes up top. What's she thinking? Look out below. Wow, a moonsault from La Congregida Loca. Could she be thinking for another one? Be careful. Don't let your hubris outdo you. Wow, what a spiral shooting star. That's got to be it. The crab's done it. La Congregida Loca defeats Battleship Brittany. Wow, what a win. She dominated that.
Here is your winner.
Her little pinchers. She should wear big claws. Because the fact that the Rager just really by circumstance put together that she's supposed to be a crab. He thought she was a bug. Thought she looked like a bug. Crabs are kind of like bugs of the ocean. or if your trousers. But she needs to wear pinchers or something and better communicate visually that she's a crab, all right? Not everybody can be as bilingual as the Rager and break these things down for you, all right? Rager's a lot of bi things. Bilingual, hardly one of them. Good job. Good job, La Congrejita Loca. Maybe she will be the one to challenge for the Women's World Championship next time. The Rager, not the one to say or no. Why are you in the Rangers chat talking about Fortnite skins? Ranger does not play that game. Ranger's not got time for that. Though granted, if the Ranger was playing that, he'd be really fucking good at it. He'd be getting victory royales. He'd be getting all those little sprites. He'd be getting all those little babies. I bet Ranger bets you spend your entire day chasing those babies around. Big match coming up. Big match coming up. Ranger's glad you're here for this, Matt Thomas, because the Ranger knows you're a huge fan of Elite Rhea Ripley. Everybody is. They can't wait to get a look at her. And 25CW has got her. Oh yeah, Daddy. Big title match coming in. Everybody loves Elite Rhea Ripley. She's one of the most in-demand virtual wrestlers in the world today. And so 25CW had to make sure we got her. And she is here today to defend the 25CW Elite Championship. Her challenger, Elite Trish Stratus. Trish has got an opportunity to make a huge impression. Elite Rhea Ripley successfully defended her title last time at 25CW against Elite Cody Rhodes, another competitor that the Ranger knows Matt Thomas is very fond of. He's got a lot of history with. So try not to talk about that. Just pretend that never happened. But Elite Rhea Ripley cut him down to size. And she'll look to do the same against Elite Trish Stratus here today, who's getting not such a hot reception. The 25CW crowd here must be already in favor quickly of Elite Rhea Ripley. And here she comes. Here she comes. Two champs. Look, the Ranger's gonna do it. Watch this. Ranger's gonna do the thing. Ranger wants to do the thing with her. Come on, champ, let's do it. Okay, how's it go? She comes out like this. All right, yep. Ooh, careful now. Careful. Oh, we got her on Wrestle Hub, that's for sure. Okay, she's got the belt here, right? And she goes, bang! And then she holds it up like this. Yeah. Ooh. Very good. Very, very good. We are very much twin flames in that moment. Twin purple flames. Whew. See, we're having fun on 25CW. We like to be here. We're very happy that this is what our life looks like now, right? This is an opportunity that we asked for and we're eager to take, and not doing it out of some sort of strange mystical obligation. Right? Right, Matt? Right, Suge? Who else out there? That's what's great, by the way. These are supposed to be y'all say you're his friends. And that you want to play this and do that, but you're here to watch 25CW. You couldn't stay away. You had to come see Big Rick. Couldn't help yourself. Look at that, the 25CW Elite Championship. You're not going to see a title like that, or a division like this, or a competitor like her anywhere else. You're not going to see anything at all anywhere else because it's the only virtual wrestling league. Elite Rhea Ripley is one of the most deadly champions in virtual wrestling history, and it is so great, so profound that we were able to bring her here and make her the 25CW Elite Champion. Hear the word elite get thrown around in wrestling a lot. It starts to lose its meaning and luster. It's never meant more than embodied in that woman right there. Oh, and they're chanting, Rhea's gonna kill you. That's gotta send shivers through the plastic visage of Elite Trish Stratus.
Introducing the challenger.
Let's take a look at this.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Trish Stratus.
And she looks beautiful, by the way. Like, Ranger, hey, Trish never looked better than that. Perfect.
From Australia, the All-Star Action Junior Champion, Rhea Ripley.
The Elite Champion, Rhea Ripley. Let's see. That's a big belt. That's a big. Ranger wishes this belt was that big. Big belt for a big champ. Let's see how it goes today. Elite Cody Rhodes put up his best fight last time, but fell short against Rhea Ripley. Can Trish Stratus overcome today? Can Trish Stratus beat the unbeatable champion? We have not seen a title change hands once here today. All retaining. Can Trish break that combo right here, right now in front of the Ranger? Let's see. Thank you, Trish. That's nice. The Ranger likes that. The Ranger would love to wear a robe that said "Thank you, Ranger" on the back. There's another idea. Maybe next time Ranger comes out, he's got this title with the new upgraded Grime side plates, and on the back of his robe it says "Thank you, Ranger." The Ranger likes wearing congratulatory clothes. When your clothes send positive affirmations back to you, the wearer. The Ranger likes that. And if people wanted to thank Ranger in the chat right now, we're coming back, for emerging from the darkness and bringing legitimacy, authenticity, and value to this wretched little channel once more, now it's time to say so. Oh, fuck off, Ranger. That's that's funny. That's funny stuff. Isn't that how it goes? When the Ranger was gone, this guy was belly aching. Definitely shed a couple of tears. He's putting up a tough guy act. It's alright, Thomas. It's alright, Thomas. Hey, if you want to come play for the winning team, Ranger heard you got deleted out of this game. But we want to come play for the winning team. Maybe Ranger can pull a couple strings. Strings? Strings? Ranger's a little tongue-tied. Ranger can pull a few strings and maybe get you restored to 25CW. Get you a new outfit. Get you sponsored by Grime. Elite off the top with a huge flying elbow. Maybe we can bring it back. What do you think? Here we go. 2. Now kicked out. Would that make you feel better? Is that all it is? Is the real problem you're lashing out at the Ranger because you want to play with the Ranger, but you're not in the game anymore, Daddy? Oh, it must be tough. It must be tough after all those years of fantasizing, dreaming. Or would it be like to come play with the big dogs once more? And now you don't have the keys to the kennel, so to speak. Trish fighting back here. Maybe the Ranger could do it. Maybe. The Ranger, quite frankly, you know, anybody could show up at any time. So, apparently we've actually got an open door policy in 25CW today. So if you want to come back in, maybe you could challenge Elite Rhea Ripley. Maybe we could really give you the same upgrades that she's enjoyed. Big drop kick off the top to Elite Trish Stratus. Pretty even keel so far, pretty back and forth. You just can't let Elite Rhea Ripley get control. You can't give her an inch. It'll turn into a light year, Daddy. She is just so deadly in that ring. The Ranger doesn't think there's a single title that Elite Rhea Ripley couldn't win or defend if she put her mind to it. Of course, Trish Stratus also quite accomplished with a big DDT off the top to Elite Rhea, who just gets right back up and sends Trish to the mat with a clothesline. Wow. Wow. Why are people holding Logan Paul signs in the crowd? Logan Paul's not here. Not yet. Not yet. Ranger has actually wanted to talk to Logan Paul about these little crypto cartoons and things he sells. The Ranger had purchased quite a few before his untimely demise, and is not seeing the returns on them that the Ranger expected to see upon being resurrected. And the Ranger also wanted to see if he was interested in investing in Grime chest hair supplement. It seems like a product Logan Paul could really get into. It's got the chest of a prepubescent boy. Ranger can help him out. Here we go, Elite Rhea Ripley. Maybe going for Riptide. Maybe getting a little lost in there. A little lost in the sauce. Wouldn't you all love to get lost in the sauce with Trish Stratus? Busted open on the top. Ranger not sure whether elite competitors bleed. Hard to see. That might be the secret in the Trish sauce, is blood. Not sure that these competitors have bones or musculature or internal organs or veins, arteries. Not really clear. Ranger not curious enough to find out. That is just fine. He will keep his distance from these. And people don't know that, by the way. Like, oh, big bulldog. Big bulldog from Elite Trish to Elite Rhea. Wait a minute. Trish going up. Go for a splash, Elite Rhea. Ready for it. People don't know this, but the elite competitors are kind of kept separate from everybody else in the back. You're not supposed to really talk to them or look at them in the eye. They have their own locker room, their own catering. Wait a minute, she's got Trish locked into submission, middle of the ring. Is Elite Trish going to tap out right here, right now? No, not enough. Somehow, Trish is still in this, but this could be the killing blow. Wow, now Trish counters it with the Hurricane Rana. Yeah, you're supposed to keep your distance from them. And as far as Rangers know, there's never been any incidents. You know, it's nothing like that. You know, it's just precautionary, just in case. You know, especially a champ like Rhea Ripley, Elite Rhea Ripley. You want to give the champ her space. You should not share the same air with her if she even breathes. Big splash from Elite Rhea. You just got to be careful around this bunch. They're just wired a little differently, is all. Not to suggest that they're wired at all. Here we go. Big Riptide. Is that it? Did Elite Rhea retain? Yes, she did for the second time. Elite Rhea Ripley once again defends the Elite Championship. Still. From one champion to another, congratulations. Congratulations, Elite Rhea Ripley. Everybody loves to see her. Everybody get out of the way. Cameraman, don't get too close. It's a good lens. Cameraman's actually, you wouldn't believe how far away the cameraman is. Elite Rhea Ripley is still the 25CW Elite Champion, a title she alone may be worthy to hold. Who knows who we've got next to try to take it from her, but as Trish Stratus has learned, as Cody Rhodes has learned, and as many before them have learned, it ain't easy beating the Elite Champion. No one's been able to do it thus far. Congratulations to Rhea Ripley. Great to see you. Can't wait to do it again. Man, are all the champions going to retain here today? I saw Rick with his. They're like, whoa, we don't want to lose ours in front of Big Rick. That'd be hella embarrassing. What is up next? The Ranger can't wait to find out. Could be anything. Oh, it could be something really, really good, Daddy. It is time for another edition of the Rager Trials. The Rager knew when he returned to virtual wrestling, he wanted to give back. He wanted to test the field, and he wanted to see who had the cojones to get in here and mix it up with the greatest 4-1 player of all time. Who was going to be? Last time it was Melee Fanny Fan. We had a great match. She fell short. We had a nice little handshake in the ring afterwards. The Rager wasn't sure about that. Rager's maybe having a lot of deep regrets about that. But we're looking at this screen. Rager doesn't even know. Rager has no idea who he's going to be competing against today. It could be anybody. He cannot wait to find out who's got the guts to try. And, of course, his controller's going over here because the Rager ain't going to sit here and watch. The Rager's getting in the ring. Who's getting in the ring with him? Let's see. Got to get hydrated before his big match, Daddy. Ranger don't recognize this music.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making
No.
his way to the ring from Sin City, weighing in at 200 pounds.
Is that what it is? Hold this. Is that what it is? Because the Rager's been losing his mind because everybody in the back wants to pretend that this didn't happen. That this guy didn't come out last time and attack Zero, the most famous champion in all virtual wrestling, to end the show. Everybody wants to pretend this didn't happen. Unalive. Who is this? Who would have the audacity and the lack of character or integrity to show up unannounced, uninvited, in a virtual wrestling promotion with a mask to attack people? The Rager had issued a challenge to 25CW competitors, of which this thing is not. This thing is an intruder, an imposter, a glitch in the system. And you want to come in and take the Rager trials, of the Rager is happy to greet you, happy to meet you. Let's do it. Let's get it done. You want to test yourself against the greatest standard in virtual wrestling history, the greatest 401 player of all time, the current, forever, and always, really Trivia Showdown champion. Bring it. Outrageous. What's this guy thinking? I mean, let's really think about this. You want to do the whole mysterious masked man thing. You want to interfere in our shows and attack our competitors like that's not been done before. And then, second time out, you want to go against the greatest, El Numero Uno.
228
You want to go against Ricky Rage, Daddy? Is that what you want? You want to cut all momentum. You want to end this story before it's even truly started. Go ahead. It's me. It's 25CW, and we're coming for you, bitch. Let's do this. What are you thinking? I mean, seriously. Nobody's going to take this seriously. We can. This is a great opportunity. The Rager can end this campaign of terror right here, right now, simply as this. What a prize. It's time to get this non-believer out of here. Rager's going to make you a believer. You're going to be converted. Whoever it is under there. And maybe the Rager will pull that little mask off. Maybe the Rager will pull that little mask off once he's done. This is great. The Rager would love an opportunity like this. He's trying to make the most out of being back in 25CW, being in the ring. Rager don't need to go for a title. The Rager here is to hold the line and protect the only virtual wrestling league for people who would seek to destroy it. Like you. This one's for 0. This one's for the 5. This one's for 25CW, Daddy. Ring the damn bell. Let's do this. Why is the Titantron off? Where's 25CW? Where's 25 up there? Where is it? Come on, let's go. Ring the bell right here. You think the Rager ain't going to pull it off here today, sponsored by GRIME Chest Hair Supplement. Is that what this is about? You want a bottle of GRIME? Oh, God, here we go. Rager's fine. Look, Rager's still. No HUD necessary. Rager's got it. Rager's got it. No HUD necessary. Switch over here. Rager's so good at finding this. Rager's so good at this game. Hey! Okay, a little headlock, that's fine. Let's switch it up again. Let's switch it up again. Let's switch it up again. Rager can do it. Rager's got it. Switch it up again. Who the hell is this guy? Trying to embarrass the Rager. You trying to make a moment at the Rager's behest? You trying to spoil the Rager trials? Yeah. No shot. Why is the Titantron off? Is it not watching? Is it not watching right now? Who the hell is this guy? How did you get in here? It's you. It's you the one who's doing it. You're the one who's doing it. All day, I've had competitors showing up at 25CW that aren't supposed to be here, last time the Rager checked, defending titles that we don't have. It's you. It's this guy somehow. He's doing it. And now you got the damn Titantron turned off. You're ruining the Rager trials. Also, the Rager's weight belt sponsored by GRIME Chest Hair Supplement, as you can see. Go on, get out of the ring. Watch this. Watch this. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Rager host La Congregita Loca was watching that one, Daddy. Should have made this one no holds barred. You want to come in here and screw things up? Come on. Come on. Shove him. Big kick. And then, let's give him these on the outside. On the outside. You want to come in here and mess with the Rager's meal ticket. Rager's just trying to have a normal life. You can't comprehend what the Rager's been through for the last... Oh, fuck, on the apron. You see that? That was crazy. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what it is. The Rager's trying to keep the peace around here. And people like you can't help but mess it up. But spoil it. Did this great contest. Don't make the Rager jump back out. Rager don't want to do count out. Oh! Rager doesn't want to do count out. No. We are ending the Rager trials that way. And look at that. The Rager is so charitable, so gracious. The Rager could have easily ended this via count out. But that's not how we're going to... Oh, fuck! What the hell? Oh, God! Where'd you learn to do that? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that move from? The Rager's been in control this whole match. What is this guy doing? Help! How's he doing this stuff? Son of a bitch. Does the Rager still have his finisher? Here we go. Done deal. Big kiss goodnight. Tuck you in. Off to La Land you go. He's counting sheep. Count it. Motherfucker. The Rager's trying to keep things civil around here, okay? Things are real contentious, and people are worried. And you just gotta stop. You just gotta stop this. What are you doing? Why do you want to mess things up for the Rager? Yeah! There we go. Quick cover. Last one was a fluke. He ain't kicking out of this one. It's fine, it's fine. Unalive, the big mysterious masked man, right? You want to come in at 25CW and mess things up? Holy God! That was really embarrassing. That is really embarrassing. Oh! Why don't you go up top? Let's try this one out. What's that side say out there? The hell? What the hell? Stop! Stop it! Hey, Rager didn't do this. What is happening? Oh, God. The Rager does not need your help. Get out of here, Melee. Leave the Rager alone. The Rager does not need you to interfere in his matches. You should have kept your eyes on the prize, Daddy-O. No! No! Nice try. Boom! There's only one Rager, and you should keep your eyes trained on him. 2! That's how it's done. And still, the winner of the Rager Trials. Let's get him! Let's get him! Get his mask off! Where is he? Get his mask off! I want to see who he is! He's fucking with our show. He's fucking with our promotion. He's bringing people who aren't supposed to be here to defend titles we do not have. And now he wants to get in here and interrupt the Rager Trials. Melee, the Rager did not need your help, by the way. Let it be known the Rager had that fully under control. Please do not make the Rager file a restraining order. Okay? The Rager Trials are sacred. No interference. Where'd this guy go? Our greatest foe that nobody wants to pretend even exists interrupts the Rager's match and he defeats him. It's over. But the Rager wants to know who's in there. Melee Fanny Fan, what are you doing again in the Rager's business? Leave the Rager alone. Leave the Rager alone. 2 campaigns. Hashtag thank you Rager. Hashtag leave the Rager alone. I don't know what is she doing? She's punching opponents, helping the Rager win matches, trying to get on his good side. Oh Jesus Christ! What is this? What is this? If the Rager defeats Unalive, we still have these hijinks going on. What is this? The 25CW Heavyweight Championship. So now we have 4 tag titles and 3 world championships. What is this? What is happening? Well, that's the great news is we have another championship match at 25CW. The prophecy's coming true. It's in saying that. Excuse me. Championship competition, championship commentator. Stacked McSlacks. Wow, look at this guy. Now that is a man who could benefit wholeheartedly and wholehoggedly from some Grime chest hair supplement, which nobody's brought me a new bottle of, by the way. Now I know the Rager knows you're looking at what he's got down here. He's always been so proud to show it. You think surely the Rager doesn't need more, but can never have enough. The Rager is not just a spokesperson. He is a client of Grime chest hair supplements. So do rush out and get yours immediately. Stack McSlack, who's apparently getting a world championship shot today. What is going on? The code, the script ain't tight on this one. Something is deeply broken inside this place, and the Rager's getting tired of not acknowledging it. Oh wow! Look at this. Evidently, apparently, of course, the 2-5CW heavyweight champion, the Revolting Blob, has just shown up to defend his title. And look, in 2-5CW, we of course have tons of love and respect for the Revolting Blob. Some would say none of this could have happened without the Revolting Blob's contributions, alongside Captain Insano, and of course, Becky the Wreck Radis. Becky, I'm here. Where are you? They helped defeat the era of inferiority from the inside to restore glory and establish the only virtual wrestling league in the game today. The Revolting Blob, of course, makes total sense to be our heavyweight champion. Loyalty is rewarded around here, and that is a very loyal wrestler who, by the way, has picked an incredible first opponent in Stack McSlacks. That's going to be awesome. It would have been very easy to show up here and just phone it in, you know, some local whippersnapper, some jabroni from down the street, some VFW hall clown, bingo hall patron. But the Revolting Blob said, I want a real challenger. I want a real contender. And Stack McSlacks is here to challenge him for the 2-5CW Heavyweight Championship. What's going on, champ? Great to see you. And wow, what a beautiful belt. It looks so good here. And it's definitely a title that we have. Wow. This makes me so excited to also watch the 2-5CW Men's World Championship match later, our main event. Why have two Men's World titles when you could have, or why have one when you get two? Why have two when you get three? We would get three next time. Wow. Wow, that's a good name for the Relentless Bob. The Ranger would love this. I mean, if we're just spawning new characters, then why not do the Relentless Bob? What is his name? The Blob is here to defend the 2-5CW Heavyweight Champion. That great maroon strap. Ranger likes that. That would go really good with his robe. Maybe we change the strap on this too. Wow, this is a match everybody showed up excited to watch. Revolting Blob's looking kind of svelte, if the Rager doesn't mind him saying, and surely he doesn't. He's looking less Blob-esque lately. That's so great. I mean, you get in here and you do these 2-5CW training regiments, I mean, they are hardcore, daddy. And you gotta, if you want to be hardcore, you gotta be, because you're going against Stack McSlacks. Now, the Revolting Blob looks like he's already a customer of Grime chest hair supplement, but he's got it all over. He's got it head to toe. He's looking a bit like Bigfoot from earlier tonight. I get it. Want to clarify, Grime chest hair supplement only works on the chest, no other areas. We may branch out into other hair growing opportunities once we get approved by the FDA. Right now, we'd really like to get it in retail sale environments, but we're just so pleased to be sponsoring GRIME here today, or GRIME's so pleased to be sponsoring 25CW today. I mean, it's just it's a match made in heaven, clearly. What's good over here on the number 3 or 4 Digital Wrestling League? That's so funny, Dilly Tots, to speak such empirical untruths into the atmosphere. Because this is the only virtual wrestling league. Contrary to what you may have seen or heard. Of course, people are trying to take advantage. You can't believe anything you see these days. AI is incredible. AI is amazing. The Rager generated an AI girlfriend last night. Let me tell you. Let the Rager tell you. She was doing things she probably shouldn't have been doing. Speaking of which, looked a lot like this. The Revolting Blob goes for the pin on Stack McSlacks, but he kicks out. Just kidding. The Rager's spoken for. Has anybody seen Becky the Wreck Raddus? You know, if we're breaking the rules, Rager may as well break that one right now. Big flying shoulder tackle off the top to Stack McSlacks. The Heavyweight Championship. Of course, the title that we've had from the start. Revolting Blob, of course, is the champion, right? Rager is following the logic of that perfectly. Big elbow to Stacked. Off the ropes. Big boot from Stack. Stack McSlacks could be the new champion. I mean, it's a hell of a competitor right here. Revolting Blob gets the shoulder up. If it ain't Fire Pro, that's a Fire No. What the hell is that? That's like a baby game? That game's for babies. The graphical fidelity is minimal. Whoa, huge spine buster from Stacked McSlacks. This is the only virtual wrestling league in the game being played and manifested in the only virtual wrestling game worth playing, 2K25. Made by a great company. Was that a Dominator from Stacked McSlacks is going nutso. This kid's got spunk. Oh, huge sit out. Powerbomb to the Blob. Is Stacked McSlacks the new champion? Did he do it? Blob kicks out. Blob kicks out. No title changes here today, folks. It hasn't happened yet. This could be the first one. Stacked McSlacks is beating away at the chest of the Revolting Blob like a Cherokee drum. And they're loving it. They're loving it. What a show. The Masked Man Unalive emerged once more, and the Rager sent him back to catering. I don't know. Can we get a hold of this guy? Has anybody seen him? Get a hold of this guy so we can pull his mask off tonight and end this facade. Because when you have stuff like that happening, it gives goofballs in the chat reason to believe that they still have a say, that they still have a choice, that they're still in control, and that they aren't living in 25CW's world such as the Rager. Don't you want to live with the Rager? Don't you want to live deliciously with the greatest 4-1 player of all time? We gotta stop entertaining these absurdities. Stacked McSlacks is up top. Big shoulder block once more. They love that move. It's a good move. Rager, of course, defeated Unalive earlier with not one, but 2 big kisses goodnight. Mwah, mwah. Huge clothesline from the Blob to Slacks. Blob thinks he's done it. Rager's not so sure about that. Kick out hit 1! The fighting spirit of Stacked McSlacks is indomitable. Rager would love it if this kid took the Rager trials next time. A real competitor. Especially if he comes out of here as the 25CW heavyweight champion. Now that would be fun. That would be fun. Rager's not even saying he has to put his title up. Rager's already got a title. He doesn't need somebody else's. The Revolting Blob goes up top. Big double axe handle. Hooks the leg. Has the champ retain. Nothing but title redemptions today. Elite Rhea Ripley defeated Elite Trish Stratus. Charlotte Flair defeated Asuka for the Master Championship. Jay Pierce defeated Donna Matrix. What else was there? God. Triple H, Mankind, and Bret Hart still the 6-man tag champions. Bigfoot and Sting are still the heavyweight tag champions. Apparently, Ada Wong and China are the junior tag champions. Hold on! That's done. That's done. No doubt about it. Razor never had any doubts. The revolting blob retains. And still. Wow. What a great title defense for the revolting blob. Evidently the 2-5CW heavyweight champion. Who will show up next time to challenge the blob? Maybe the blob could go take the Ranger trials. Ranger's not opposed to it. The Ranger will find him. And Ranger's already beaten one mysterious masked purple man. He's got no problem doing it again, Daddy. What's up next? What's up next? Can we get back to the regularly planned matches for the love of Pete? Come on, what's up next? Give me the 5. The Ranger wants the 5. We want the 5. Yeah, that's more like it. The Ranger loves it. Look, like the Ranger was saying earlier, we should just make every match a championship match. Every single one is for a championship because it just matters so much more and it's so much better inherently that way. The Ranger loves that. Here we go. This is going to be exciting to see. Beth Spartan and Sammy George, members of the trifecta. Though there's only two. Only two, okay. Not sure what that's about. That's kind of a weird branding thing. Forgot their third. You hate when that happens. It's awkward. Can't do any of the planned positions. Sammy, George, and Beth Spartan have got a lot of experience together as tag team competitors. They've got a real passion for this thing. All right. But this will be our first time seeing them here in 2-5CW. What an opportunity that's been placed before them because they are going to get the challenge. The current 2-5CW World Tag Team Champions. These two are cute. Look. Once again, not really matching attires. The Ranger think that's so important for a good tag team is you gotta match. All right, Triple H, Mankind, Bret Hart didn't match at all, and they are still the champions, but they did lose by count out. And the Ranger doesn't think that's a coincidence. As good as those three guys are, they lost to literally a trio of clowns. But the clowns had great brand synergy, and that's super important. Back in the day, you'll notice, back in the day, the Ranger would always come out in a black and white robe when it was time to team up with the great brother Lomas. Because branding and synergy is important. Matching costumes are what people wear. And the 5 get this as good as anybody. Look at this. Trent Shaw and Jody Garcia. They've got Paragon J. Pierce flanking them at the back. They brought a third. They brought a third because the 5's always prepared. The 5 knows what they're doing. Who can beat the 5? Today it was not Dominatrix. Could it be Beth Spartan? And what's her name? Sammy George. Good names though. Last time the Rangers pretty sure Trent Shaw never even tagged in Jody Garcia. Trent Shaw basically took Lula Tandy and Cindy Backfire 2-on-1 and emerged victorious. And it was quick and succinct. These two are so good at this. We'll see if Jody Garcia gets to compete this time. Rangers were really, some people get prideful and be like, I want to tag in, I want to compete. Rangers happy to sit. I mean, that's what Rangers doing. Sit here and watch. And he's happy to do it. He loves doing this. It's so great to come back to life and do this. Here we go. Tag Team Championship action right now. For the third time today. Right on the Grime logo he is. Still waiting for my second, by the way. Anytime anybody wants to bring Ranger another bottle of Grime, he's ready. The Ranger actually recommends you drink as many bottles in a day as you can. Until the FDA advises otherwise. And they're not going to, by the way.
The prestigious World Tag Team Wrestling Champions.
Oh, yeah. 2 members of the 5. The undefeated. The undefeated. God, he says a lot. God, he rambles. The undefeated 2-5CW Tag Team Champions, 2 pillars of the unbeatable 5. Trent Shaw and Jody Garcia. Now, the Ranger was speaking to Sammy and Beth's experience as tag team wrestlers, of which it is plentiful. But can it possibly compare to what the five are throwing down here today? Trent Shaw starting off once again. Fascinating. The Ranger thought Jody might get in there first after the way it went last time. Perhaps she would have liked to have participated in this one, but don't fix it if it ain't broken. Alright? Trent Shaw came in here last time and just flippity-doo-dah all around those ladies. And he's going to try to do it again. I mean, he is doing it. Ranger didn't even finish the sentence. He is doing that right now, as a matter of fact. Oh, what a huge elbow from Sammy George. Now, the Ranger doesn't really know what their thing is. These ladies, alright. Ranger doesn't know, what kind of label they want to put on this thing. Last time, they were wrestling clowns, and the Ranger could, you see a clown, you know a clown when you see one, right? Right, Matt Thomas? You know a clown when you see one, and the Ranger doesn't know what he's looking at with these two. Their thing, they don't match. Beth Spartan, says something, right? Like that, there's a vibe. There's a feeling in that. There's a texture to it. Sammy George, the Ranger's not really sure what her thing is. She's got blue boots and red hair, and she's in there. Man, the Ranger could also start giving character classes, right? Ooh, look at that. Tag out to Beth Spartan. Maybe that's what, one thing the Ranger's been doing. Holy cannoli! What a double team into that belly to belly suplex. Wow, that hurts. Trent Shaw maybe does want to tag out. He may want to actually think about tagging out for this one. Beth Spartan, that is a strong lady's got him hoisted up top. What is she thinking? To one half of the 25CW Tag Champions Superplex! You're kidding me! Trent Shaw, I think maybe was looking for the tag. Beth Spartan in firm control. She better make sure he does not tag out. Because we don't know what Jody Garcia is capable of. Oh, he kicks her off. She's bringing it to Trent. That's for sure. Oh! She got him with the chest. She hit him with the big chesticle. Some people just need a better opportunity to find who they are. There's an art to this. And for some, it comes naturally. Look at this. Whoa, double shoulder tackle. To some, it comes naturally. Some need to be shown the way. The Ranger's got it in spades. Big hot tag. Trent tags in Jody Garcia, who at this point is basically making her in-ring 25CW debut as far as we're concerned. She's been out there, ringside, apron, but now she's mixing it up in the squared circle, and the Ranger's so excited to see what she's capable of as one half of the 25CW Tag Team Champions. Wow! Look at that jackknife powerbomb, daddy. And Beth Spartan's going loco on the apron there. She's real scared, as she should be, because it's time for Jody to take over. Big running power slam right by the Grime logo. Goes for the pin. Kick out at one. Sammy still got it. Sammy's still doing it. What's going on? The Ranger's phone's going crazy. You don't mind if the Ranger sends a message, right? People are... Ranger doesn't know whether he should block Fanny or not. Okay, Fanny keeps messaging the Ranger. And that was very considerate of her earlier, okay? But the Ranger had it under control and he did not need her help. I'll write the kid a message. Oh! Hold on. I'll write the kid a message, okay? Oh! I think this... What was that? The championship. Oh, no. Where did that go? A screw of one of these bolts literally just fell off the Rangers championship while he's sitting here. Now, look, now this plate's gonna start coming off. We gotta render this in this game lickety split. So the Ranger, clearly Matt Thomas didn't take good care of this belt. Where'd the bolt go? There it is. Look at that. That just fell. Oh, shit. That just fell off. Sorry about that. The Ranger almost doxed himself. Look at that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Ranger didn't mean for you to see that. We can cut that out afterwards, right? We can edit that out, right? Wait, did another one come off? What's this one? What's happening here? There's now 2 of them on the ground. What happened to the Rangers title? What did Matt Thomas do to this thing while the Ranger was on ice? Where did that one come out of? 2 of these things have fallen off the Rangers title and the time that he's shifted positions. Now the Rangers got to put this down for fear that there won't be a belt left by the end of this show. That is embarrassing. Not for the Ranger, but that his prize could be so poorly mistreated while he was away. Why? I mean, that's why virtual wrestling's so much better. That's why virtual wrestling's so much better. You don't have to worry about the literal nuts and bolts coming off. How embarrassing. They're like different. Did this not come off the title? Where did this come from? This not come off the title? What is happening right here? Ay caramba. Jody Garcia is losing the face paint. The Rangers' glasses almost fell off. The Rangers happy to show you full frontal, but the glasses stay on. Everybody knows that. He keeps the glasses on even when he's competing, even in the Ranger trials. Enough out of you, dilly tots, all right? Dilly Todd should send some bits to the Rangers so that he can get this title cleaned up. What we're going to do is we're going to render it virtually for the next one. And we're going to improve upon the design big time. And then we don't have to worry about this stuff. Because apparently the Rangers got to go put that away. Put that title away. Because it's not long for this world. Now, as I was saying, the Ranger was messaging Mei Lee Fanny Fan. How's this match going? Pretty good? Okay, what's happening? We're back in the mix. It's a long show. Okay, the Rangers got to take a break. There's no commercials except when the Ranger reminds you that this was brought to you by GRIME Men's Chest Hair Supplement. And look, Ranger's not here to say who is and isn't a man, all right? Quite frankly, GRIME Chest Hair Supplements for anybody who wants incredible chest hair. Doesn't matter what you look like, how you identify, who you are. You want great chest hair, drink GRIME. What? It happened again. The 5 lost again. The 5 lost. And this match rolls on. This match it rolls on. There was some sort of miscommunication there. There was some kind of miscommunication there for the referee, and a little bit of slow count, and we're just gonna make sure. It happened again. It happened again. Look, you can't tell the Ranger that the entire thing, this is Mike's muted, yes, the entire thing is supposed to be who can beat the 5. This is the second show we've done, and at both of these shows, these chuckleheads, these joggaloons have lost. And this one was even a counter. You think they're not gonna remember this or notice this? Alright. I'll mute the mics. Why are you talking about the Rangers nuts? You're gonna love the Rangers nuts. You would love to receive them. Oh. The Rangers just... What's so great about this is that this match is going to keep going. That's what's so great about this. Because clearly there's such a hunger for tag team wrestling. People love to watch tag team wrestling matches. It's always been true in virtual wrestling. It's their favorite thing to do. And Dilly Todd's, you know, he's over here talking about the Rager's nuts. But the Rager knows Dilly Todd's knows a thing or two about tag team wrestling, at least when he used to be allowed to do it. At least when he, former champion. Let's talk about the Rager's belt. He ain't got a belt. He want a belt, he's got to come here. And quite frankly, the Rager doesn't think he's got what it takes to compete in 2.5 CW. It'd be your honor and privilege to have a title belt like the Rager. And we just love to watch more tag team wrestling. That's why we have... now we have 4 different tag team championships in 2.5 CW. The more the merrier. You might think by having more, it would make them all, you know, the sum of all those parts would be less. But it isn't. It's more. People are so much happier to watch 3 today, but 4 in total championship tag team matches. 4 if you count the fact that this one's happening twice. No, it's not. The Ranger didn't say that. Don't get it twisted or confused. Jody Garcia. And because the Ranger, quite frankly, is not sure that Sammy George and Beth Spartan have what it takes to be tag team champions of 2.5 CW. That is the question we've been posing since the start. Who can beat the 5? And so far, nobody has. Nobody has. A tinfoil case? Ranger doesn't even know what that means. What we just talking about kitchen appliances? Oh, I'm the Saran Wrap Intercontinental Champion? Congrats to you. Look at that! Look at that Frankensteiner. From Big Freak Trent Shaw. This boy is so athletic. Look out! You just didn't know he could do that. You didn't think he could do something like that. Trent also looking very smooth from the chin down. Might want to think about a bottle of Grime. Wow, what a move! But Beth Spartan saw it coming. How does Beth Spartan know what Trent is going to do? They've never wrestled before. How did she scout that? Tags in Sammy George. What's her thing? We don't know. Big DDT from one half of the reigning tag champions. Now, big moonsault off the ropes. This guy is he's so flippant. Flippity-doo-dah. It's just incredible. You see a guy like that, there's no question how he and Jody are the undefeated 2.5 CW Tag Team Champions. And Paragon J. Pierce says he doesn't have to get involved. He doesn't have to interfere or try to distract the referee during a close pinfall, Jay. He's just here to watch. He's just like, y'all. Ranger's going to say he's just like the Ranger, but ain't nobody like the Ranger. One of one. Which is what, again, the Ranger will also take care to remind Fanny fan of. You could be a big fan of the Ranger, by the way. Most are. Hello? Beth Spartan breaks it up. Sammy George was definitely done there. That was a desperation move by Beth Spartan. Trent and Jody have got this done dealed. You just got to put her down for an uninterrupted 3. Standing Spanish fly. Go for the pin right now, champ. Go for the pin right now. Beth stunned in the corner. She can't get back in the ring. Flippity-doo-dah. Wow, what a move. How does he do that? Get the hell out of here, Beth. Go for the cover. Trent, I don't know. The Ranger doesn't know why. Trent didn't go for the cover there because the Ranger is very confident that he had won that match right now. Wow, what a double team soaring shoulder block off the top, and that looks like a defended championship for the 5. Who can beat them? Not those two. They do it again. Jody Garcia and Trent Shaw are still the 2.5 CW World Tag Team Champions. Who can beat them? Good job, Jay. Fantastic. Fantastic win for the champs. Not quite as succinct or as easy against the Clown Show. Beth and Sammy tried their damnedest. But who could beat the 5? Not those two. And they are going to once again retain the World Tag Team Championship. Maybe the top tag titles in the promotion, right? Because now we got these, and now we've got Bigfoot and Sting with the heavyweight tag championships, and then we got Triple H and Mankind and Bret Hart with the 6-man tag championships, and then we also apparently have Ada Wong and Chyna with the junior heavyweight tag team championships. And those are all great, and we love those, but there's nothing like the 2-5 CW World Tag Team Championships, and I mean, this league's just getting better and better. Maybe we have to do champs for champs. Maybe that's what it is. We cannot find people capable of beating the 5. Maybe we take some of those other tag champs, put them against these tag champs. No? All right, the Rager's not in charge, clearly. Can't even get the Rager a title where the nuts and bolts are falling off. Are the fans of the Rager in the room with us right now? Thank goodness none of them are in this room. The Rager has to keep a very, very, very clean atmosphere. All right, artisanal air. The Rager can't have any of that demonic energy coming into his space. All right. The Rager doesn't know who's watching this stream right now. It's not the Rager's fault that in his absence, y'all did a shitty job of maintaining this channel and nobody gives a shit about it, okay? That's not the Rager's fault. Alright, Rager's not been sitting here for years playing rinky-dink video games, trying to appeal to a bunch of basement-dwelling losers. It's because the Rager's been dead, if you missed that part. What's next? Congrats to the champs. Sponsored by Grime Chest Hair Supplement. What's next? Gotta be time for another world title contest. Gotta be. Yes, it is. Yes! The Rager's so excited for this one. The Rager loves this match. Rager's so excited for this. Why? Because these are two baddies. Two mean ladies, and the Rager loves mean ladies. He loves them.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the prestigious women's
Look at that logo on the mat.
Internet Championship.
So great. And women, let it be known, as we're about to call the Women's World Championship match, women can drink Grime too. There's no judgment in it. There's no shame in it. The Rager would love to see two hairy melons. It's every man's dream, ladies. You don't need to break open those coconuts to get the milk. You can enjoy everything on the outside, too. You know what I'm saying? Drink Grime. Josie Jane is very mean. Last time we saw Josie Jane, she defeated Psycho Sally to earn this opportunity. And after the bell had rang, after the match had concluded, she just put a whooping down on Psycho Sally. And the Rager appreciated that about her. You like that, Dilly Tots? You like the way the Rager rolls? That's what he said in the chat, if you can't see. Dilly Todd says, I love the way the Rager rolls. Glad you can see the light. Here comes Ava Moreno, bit of a baddie herself. The reigning defending 2-5 CW Women's World Champion. Last time she defeated Odyssey Rift, a hulking behemoth of a woman. Now, Odyssey Rift, that's a woman who's got a little grizzle right here. The Rager would suspect. And that's a good thing. For you think he's getting mean and derogatory, that's a good thing. And it could be a great thing if you take Grime Chest Hair Supplement. Patent pending. It's time for Josie Jane. Who's the baddest of them all? Right? That's what it's all about here.
Introducing the challenger
Rager can't wait to find out.
from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Josie Jane.
Up north. Suge Knight once referred to Canadians as Mexicans of the North. And that's what Josie Jane is.
Prestigious Women's World Internet Champion, Ava Moreno.
Ava Moreno, the Women's World Champion of 2-5 CW. The question remains unanswered. Who can beat the 5? It's now Josie Jane's opportunity to answer that question. Josie Jane, who's not afraid to get her hands a little dirty, maybe bend the rules, get a little vicious in there. The Rager appreciates that, actually. The Rager likes that. The Rager likes Josie's odds. In fact, this is the first time the Rager's ever wondered, truly, could this be the one to beat the 5? Ring the bell. Here we go. Josie's going to give it a shot. Quickly in control here. Grabs the arms, and she's just brutal, right? Josie is so deadly, so fierce. Quick basement drop kick there to the reigning champ, Ava Moreno. Ooh, but gets 2 knees to the back. Rolls her up. Sorry, the Rangers just playing a game on his phone. The Rangers still really invested in this, okay? Don't get it twisted. Don't get confused. The Rager loves 25CW. He loves it. And he's so invested in this one. He's so excited to see who's the baddest baddie in 25CW. Because that's what's at stake here. Not just the championship, but the ability to say, I'm the baddest baddie in town. That's what's going on right now. Oh my gosh, the Rangers got to type in all this information, blah, blah. Alright, here we go. What is happening? Sorry, the Rangers doing something. Rangers doing a thing. Rangers figuring out what he's going to eat after this, because the show's almost over, pretty sure. Rager thinks the show's almost over. Big kick from Ava Moreno. You know, Rager's getting hungry. That's one of the other great things about Grime Chest Air Supplement. It's got no calories at all. No calories. So you can eat whatever you want and get as hairy as you prefer. Here we go. Ava picks up Josie. It's been a good match so far. Y'all paying attention? Y'all like this one? Oh, look out. Ava's so strong. We saw this on Odyssey last time. Boom! Set out. Power bomb. And the Rangers thinks that's it. He came back just in time to see Ava retain the title. Great match. Wow. The baddest baddie and the Badlands of 25CW. And still.
Prestigious Women's World Internet Champion, Ava Moreno.
Ava Moreno retains, and what a match it was. She is still, what a great match, the 25CW Women's World Champion. That means it's time for our main event, Daddy-O. Ranger, go eat lunch, for God's sake. And that means it's time for the most famous virtual wrestler of all time, Zero. Ooh, looks like he's brought extra backup. Look, Zero, you don't gotta worry. Zero got attacked by the masked man last time. Rachel's handled it. Rachel took care of business. On a live ain't coming out ever again. Seriously, did we catch this guy?
The following contest is scheduled for one.
The Rager tucked him into bed. Surely you could capture a man who is asleep, so he can pull his mask off. Oh yeah, this is a big one, Daddy. Not to be confused with the 25CW Heavyweight Championship. We had Revolting Blob has that one, and he defended that against Stack McSlacks earlier. Big win for him. Here we go, Cole Quinn. We talk about earning opportunities in 25CW. The Ranger really doesn't vibe from. I mean, this guy, not a hair on his body, and quite frankly, it's a little disturbing to the Rager. Cole Quinn, give me a call. Cole Quinn earned this opportunity last time by defeating El Ordinario. Huge win for Quinn. That's a good. Heck, Rager just comes up with this stuff. Rager really should give a class, because Cole Quinn looks like another guy. But the Rager just can't even parse what he is. What's his deal? Where'd he come from? What, you know? Does he have a catchphrase? A nickname? It's just a guy. It's the Caucasian Cole Quinn, right? You need to have more to it, so they can invest in you immediately on site. The Rangers really got to do a course. That'd be a good catchphrase. Quinn is gonna win, but don't take that. You gotta. The Ranger owns that now. You got to take his course, buy the rights to it. And the Ranger don't know if Quinn's gonna win. If Quinn wins, he'll be the 2.5 CW World Champion, and he can get a free starter course to the Rangers Character Workshop. That is it. That is a deep, deep value. Here we go. The most famous virtual wrestler of all time. Even if you theoretically, in a hyper-theoretical scenario, look at this. Wow, look at those three. That is such a cool visual. Damn, I love working here. Even in a world where maybe you did have another wrestling league, which there's not, but if there was, okay, why would you even want to watch it when you are missing the most famous virtual wrestler of all time in Zero? We exclusively have him. The 2.5 CW Men's World Champion, member of the Five. The question remains unanswered. Who can beat the Five? It wasn't Donna Matrix. It wasn't Sammy George and Beth Spartan. It wasn't Josie Jane. Could it be Cole Quinn? Let's see. Zero's going to put that title on the line. And last time Zero came in here, you remember, he didn't show up with any backup. He didn't bring the Five down with him because he was feeling so confident. He wanted a nice, fair one-on-one fight when he defended that title against Chosen. And his graciousness was taken advantage of. And he was attacked by a masked coward after the bell rang. And now he's got to live in fear because there are those that are jealous and would try to ruin what we've built here in 2.5 CW. He's got Paragon J. Pierce and Trent Shaw at ringside. Well, they can just enjoy the show because nobody's going to come in here and mess this up today. Ranger guarantees it. Could Quinn win? Could he do the unthinkable after a complete night of successful title retentions? Look at this guy.
The prestigious Men's World
Yes, yes! The Ranger would love to hold his title up as well, champ. You and the Ranger, birds of a feather. But he's afraid it will crumble to dust in his hands. We got to put that thing in a museum. Got to put it behind bulletproof glass. Here we go. It's all about the 2.5 CW Men's World Championship. Not to be confused with the 2.5 CW Heavyweight Championship. That's a different title for a different division. That has always been here. Here we go. Ring the bell. The Titantron's on. And Cole Quinn coming out of the corner with some early chops. But Zero cuts him off at the pass. So well scouted. Zero is just... People don't understand how good Zero is. How famous he is. I mean, it can't be overstated what a get it was for 2.5 CW to bring Zero in as our Men's World Champion. So many people think they have what it takes to be a great world champion. Uh-oh, look out. Cole Quinn got a little interested in what Trent Shaw was saying at ringside. You can't do that, Quinn. If Quinn want to win, you can't do that. Refs breaking up the hole in the corner. Ooh, Ranger likes that. Some would say it's a cheap shot. Looked pretty expensive coming from the most famous virtual wrestler of all time, Zero. This crowd is going wild, Daddy. Cole Quinn has got... Oh, what's that? Yes, Quinn can. The Ranger doesn't really think that one makes a lot of sense. He's got the opportunity of a lifetime. Not just a title match, but a main event title match at 2.5 CW. This kid's not even figured out his color scheme yet, and he's main eventing for the title. I mean, imagine if he could do it. Imagine if Cole Quinn could beat the Five today. Who Whoa, what a leaping DDT. And that might be it. I mean, it really might be over, as simple as that. These guys are just so good. Zero is so good. Somehow Cole kicked out. Somehow he is still in this, but for how much longer? Jay Pierce, Trent Shaw both successfully defended their championships today. Wow, what a maneuver. Whoa, but Cole Quinn gets right back up. He understands opportunities like these don't grow on trees, Daddy. You gotta take advantage while you've got it. You've got to capture and seize destiny when you have that chance. You can't waste it. That's what the Rager did. The Rager seized opportunity after opportunity to become the greatest 4-on-1 player of all time, to become the Really Trivia Showdown champion, and to become the greatest commentator in all of virtual wrestling right here, right now. Whew. Drink Grime. Little reverse lockup here from Cole Quinn on the Grime logo. Zero's gonna throw him to the outside. Ooh, and he tumbles to the mat. What's Zero thinking? Zero's gonna take this to the outside, but Cole Quinn catches him and hangs him up. Oof! On that sturdy apron. That hurts. That's gonna get your cranium. Cole Quinn better be careful to not get too excited out there, to not lose control of himself, because that is where you'll start opening up windows for a virtual vet like Zero to take advantage and catch you off guard. Also, by the way, count out victory. Can't become the champion that way. Not that Zero's in the habit of being counted out in championship defenses, but if it were to happen, he would still be the champion. I don't know if Cole Quinn knows that. We saw it occur earlier today with the 6-man tag championship. Whoa. Is everybody okay? That was weird. We all right? Are they okay? Cole Quinn's getting up. Rager didn't know what was going on with Zero. Looks like he's all right. He's getting up. It's okay. Oh, and he busts Cole Quinn open. Cole Quinn is bleeding today in 2-5CW, and that's what it takes if you want to be the champ. You gotta sweat, you gotta cry, you gotta bleed. Does Cole Quinn have enough blood in his little body to be champion? Look at Zero go off the ropes with the elbow drop. That was amazing. That was so cool. Hooks the leg. Zero's done it. The champ retains, obviously and easily. The most famous virtual wrestler of all time, Zero, is still the men's world champion. Give him his belt. Beautiful. This is what it looks like. A picture-perfect ending to the show. Finally, this is how it's supposed to go. The champion, the main event winner, holds his title up high for all of his adoring fans to cheer. That is how we end a 2-5CW stream. That is how we do it. Congrats. Who can beat the 5? Not Cole Quinn, not Ava Moreno, not Beth Spartan and Sammy George, and not Donna Matrix. And sure as hell, none of you jealous losers in the chat. What's that? Wait, we got him? Wait, we got him? Ladies and gentlemen, the Rangers just received word that Unalive's been captured and is being spawned down to the ring right now for a grand unmasking. Let's go back to the ring. Let's go. We got him. Who is he? Show the Ranger who he is. Who did he beat in the Ranger trials today? The Ranger's got to know. Who is this son of a bitch messing things up for everybody involved? Who is he? The Ranger knows who he is. The Ranger has a good goddamn feeling who he is. He felt real familiar in the ring. R-Truth. All right, what is this? Wait, why the Uso in the Rager? The Uso and the Ragers? What is this? A public execution? We do that here? What the hell? What's going on? They're being spawned in the ring right now. R-Truth? That can't be R-Truth. Unalive is R-Truth? No, that's not really him. No. The Ranger knew something felt familiar. That's not really R-Truth. No. You see, that's something else. That's something else right there. That's another Mass Daddy. That ain't the real R-Truth. The Rager knew something felt familiar there. The Rager felt an energy he hadn't sensed since his days of being El Regular, but that is not... Whoa, what the hell? Whoa, what's happening? What's happening? The Rager doesn't want to control anybody but himself. I mean, that's preposterous. What's going on there? The Elite Usos have been spawned down here to publicly execute on a lie. What has happened? This is supposed to be some great unveiling. The Rager's confused. This is... the Rager had a working theory on who he thought that was, but this is definitely not who he expected to see, and... We're just gonna... No, this is something else. The Rager has encountered this figure before. He looks like R-Truth, but he's something else. With the traffic cone, come on, what are we doing? I mean, we unmasked him. The Rager already beat him. This feels a little redundant, does it not? I mean, he's been disruptive. It makes so much more sense. That's how they're doing it. It's him. He's the reason all those wrestlers showed up today. And these title belts that I've never seen or made sense. This is why the Rager's been kept out of the know. It's like a corruption in the code of this place. A glitch. Hey, maybe we should... I don't know. Is the Rager supposed to participate in this? Maybe we should lay off. Rager's not... I mean... Look, maybe we should lay off. Rager's just saying... God, why is the Rager losing control? What is going on with this game? What is going on with this place? The Rager just wants to be himself. Oh my God, look, the Rager... Maybe we should just lay off this guy. Yeah, I mean, the Rager thinks he means well. I mean, he already defeated him in the Rager trials. Don't you think we should lay off? Jimmy? Jay? Hasn't he been through enough? Oh, come on, fellas. Can we just call it... The Rager thinks he means well. Look, listen. Come on. Let's lay off him for a minute. Jimmy. Oh my God, the Rager keeps getting his controller switched. What's going on? The Rager certainly doesn't feel in control. Look, guys. The Rager's confused with what's going on here. The Rager thought this was going to be some evil man from the outside. Maybe somebody used to be in charge of a place like this, but this is somebody else. The Rager thinks there's been a big misunderstanding. Look, could you guys just listen to the Rager? Listen, Jay, we don't gotta do this. Okay, we've proved our point. We don't gotta execute anybody. Okay, all right. The Rager's got a mean streak, but this is a little ridiculous. Jay, listen. Hey, shit. Sorry, Jimmy, listen. Come on, haven't we done enough now? Why is the Rager down here? Why'd you spawn the Rager down here? Come on, let's get the guy... Come on, let's get the guy a break. Oh, shit, sorry about this. Hey, you swinging on the Rager? Don't... Careful where you're aiming that thing. Shit, sorry. God, sorry about that. Jimmy, look, the Rager doesn't know what's going on here. He's not supposed to be down here. We've already done the Rager trials today. All right, let's call it. Come on. Please don't make the Rager do this. This guy's all right. Please don't make the Rager do this. He means well. He just wants to have fun. Fuck. Come on, guys, please. Come on. Leave him alone. Come on. God, the Rager's been a good soldier so far. The Rager says, please do this one thing. Please leave the guy alone. Jesus. Come on, guys. Just... Can we wrap this up? It's not very fun. Public execution. Who are we? All right, look, the Rager can be a little mean sometimes too, but this is. Oh. Whoa. Come on, guys. Let's finish this. Not the stairs. Come on. Jimmy, please. Not the stairs. Unalive. Where did he get that from? Oh, Jesus. Look, they're cheering. They love this. They're cheering it on. Come on, people. Oh. No, the Rager knows this guy. He knows this. He's seen him. He's met him before. He's just here to have fun. Don't we like to have fun? Hey. Hey, Blend, you alright? Look, come on. I think we've all seen it enough. We've done enough. Let's call it. Oh! God damn it.
Here are your winners, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, the Usos.
The Rager's put up with a lot. The Rager's been a good soldier and a locker room leader, but hadn't that man been put through enough? We took the mask off. Wow. I'm walking. This is fucking bullshit. No. Look, I'm sorry. Look. He was having fun, all right? He gets it wrong sometimes. He's a little wacky in the head, but I'm walking, dude. I don't care. Let Taylor come play Resident Evil after this. I'm done. I don't even care anymore, dude.